What's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here at San Diego Comic-Con 2015, and I'm here once again with Todd McFarlane. How you doing today, sir?
How you doing today? Thanks for coming out again.
Oh yeah, thanks for being here, of course, and we're glad to see that you have some new stuff right here in the cases, and I can see that these displays are looking really awesome, and I can see you picking at like little details on them, making sure everything's looking nice and pristine and stuff.
Yeah, about a year ago we came out with our Walking Dead building sets, construction sets, right? Our blocks that we make, and you know, we got a good response from it, and people like, you know, sort of detailed stuff that looks like model kits when you're done with it. And so we decided to chase another brand down, and we're gonna start with Walking Dead, which is a big one. Let's go for another big one, and that ends up being Game of Thrones, right? So we're showing the Game of Thrones stuff for the very first time here at San Diego.
Yeah, so can you tell us a little bit about them, about when they're going to be released, and if there's like a specific game plan as far as like how they're being released? Yeah,
you'll be able to get some of the first stuff around, you know, fourth quarter, Christmas time.
Okay.
That will include some figure packs. It includes some of the banner packs, you know, so you have sort of the flags that basically tell which each one of the houses are, and then really your big build is your throne room, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the one that's sort of the iconic shot that everybody sort of has to start with, and then what the theory is that, just like what's over here in the glass, is you get the small build, much like what we did with The Walking Dead, where you buy a piece, but if you get more of the same people, then you can build these armies, and you can build more pillars, and you can build out the throne room even bigger, you know. So we can't really offer what's in that glass in one box because it would be too expensive, and the retailers don't want it. So what we have to do is offer it to you in little bites, and then hope that, you know, people who want to get ambitious will go out and get it, and then put it together and make it look like what we've gotten here.
So you build the building sets.
Right, so you get the throne room and a couple figures and a couple pillars, whatever out. We just can't give you the 150 army and the 22 other pillars to go with it, right? You're gonna have to go acquire those, you know, by basically nibbling some of these other builds we end up doing. Yeah,
similar kind of concept to, like with the building towers, right? Like,
right, exactly.
You can't just have one, right? And what else are we getting from Walking Dead too? So we're still getting more building sets from Walking Dead too, right?
Right. Well, we're still doing the 6-inch figures. We're doing the 10-inch figures.
Yeah.
We're doing the building sets that we're coming out with. You know, so the Dale's RV in about a week is going to be live on Walmart.com. It'll be the first place you'll be able to get it. We're handing out some of the awnings that open up on the RV that I've signed.
Oh, nice.
But I also did 2,000 open awnings that are being packed in China randomly. So you may actually buy one in Pacifica, and you open it up and you go, hey, how come somebody scribbled on my thing there? And then there's actually a couple that
they return it.
Right. Somebody defaced it. Yeah. But then there's a couple I actually did a couple of sketches on the awnings too. So those would be like sort of the cool ones, if you will.
That is clever. That is awesome. I'm really liking that a lot. Do we have any Walking Dead building sets like for the comic theme coming out by any chance?
Not currently, right now. So we're trying to get you know, the brand going and getting people interested in the build, and then we'll be able to do some of the new stuff and do some really sort of cool stuff that's then comic book specific as we move forward, and maybe bring it by next year to the convention here next year.
Okay, nice. I've had a lot of viewers ask me about what's in store for Halo. If we're getting more Halo stuff, I've had a lot of questions about that.
Well, I mean, you got a new game coming up, so you know we'll be right there front and center with, you know, the new look of some of the armor and some of the Spartans and some of the characters, the new characters that we'll be coming out with. So, you know, obviously we can't do it all because again there's a wider range of what they have there, but we'll right when the game hits, I think actually some of our product may come out even a little bit before the game. So that you'll be able to actually tie some of your collection, expand your collection if you had it, or if you like anything that's in the new game, you'll be able to actually get some of the looks of it that are in there. And I mean, we got some of that sitting over there in the side aisle.
Yeah. And we have some photos coming up right now. Like, as you can see, this Negan statue. I think that is incredible. That is just gory, and I just can't wait to see a painted version of that. That looks beautiful.
No, it'll be sloppy and be all goofy.
Yeah.
So the Robert. You know, we did the first one with Rick, you know, shooting some of the zombies and stuff, and it came out cool. People were pretty excited about it. So he's like, hey, let's do some more stuff that have some action in it, if you will. So.
I think last time we spoke, you told me that Kirkman actually had a bit of a creative influence on that, right?
A lot. Not a bit, a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like I said, he's a pretty good drawer.
Oh, so, yeah, that's right. He actually drew sketches.
He draws sketches, and he does this, and we'll do stuff, and then instead of him making notes, he just sort of goes, wouldn't it be cooler if his arm was here, or this was there? And then you eventually get there, right? So,
yeah, wow. Yeah. That's good. So similar influence on this statue?
Yeah, I mean, we want to make it so that if you happen to have the Negan and you happen to have the Rick Grimes, you could still put them side by side, and they feel like that they came from the same place, right? They live in the same world,
in the same universe.
Yeah, right.
Awesome.
There's some consistency with them. Yep.
Cool. All right. One last question for you. Last time we spoke, I don't know if you remember, but you had mentioned a line coming out called McFarlane Babes.
Oh, yeah.
I had mentioned the volleyball player figurines and stuff. Where are my McFarlane Babes?
They're still in the pipeline, but the not volleyball babes, but more like mermaids, and sirens and harpies and stuff like that. That you could do this really cool, elaborate, romantic-looking stuff. Give fairies, give some wings to some of them, and long flowing hair.
That's right. It was a fantasy theme, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah. So we're still gonna get the McFarlane Babes.
Yeah, that's coming through the pipeline. We'll eventually get to it. Yeah.
Okay, great. And then the Spawn movie, you're still hacking away. I actually started reading Savior too.
3 days ago, I finished the first draft of the movie script.
Excellent.
So I gave myself a deadline of, Todd, you got to get it done. It's a little bit longer. You usually want 120 pages for a movie script.
Right.
It's about 160, 65 right now.
Page per minute. Yeah.
So I now need to put it to the side, relax, stay away from it for a while, then come back and then tighten it up and do my second draft and make it a little bit better.
Yeah.
And then Savior. The book's doing well, and we're getting a lot of response from Hollywood, so I'll be doing a couple of those pitches here in the next couple of weeks to a couple of big people. Yeah. Wow.
Well, congratulations on all the continued, consistent success in your career, man. It's insane.
Again, everybody doesn't like everything at the exact same level, so you just keep putting out sort of your buffet of ideas, and people just sort of put what they want on their plate, and they walk away from some of the other ones. But we're fortunate enough to be involved in some pretty big brands, or I've got enough creative people, we can come up with some new stuff ourselves.
Great stuff. All right, stay tuned. San Diego Comic-Con 2015.